Good morning, students. So we're discussing this chapter straight lines, and we completed in the previous class. We discussed about this topics, that is point of intersection and angle between two lines when their equations are given, distance from a point from a line, and distance between two parallel lines. Okay, so today we will solve some problems from with the help of this theories from this exercise 10.3 of NCERT. So here is the first question. So reduce the following equation into slope-intercept form and find their slopes and y-intercepts. Okay, so my first question is to you that what is the slope-intercept form? Okay, so this, if the slope is m and this y-intercept is c, then we can write the slope-intercept form of the straight line is given by y is equals to mx plus c. Right? So we need to convert these equations. These three equations are given. We need to convert them into this form: y is equals to mx plus c. That is, y is equals to some constant into x plus some constant term. Okay. So look at this first equation: x plus 7y equals to 0. Okay. So x plus 7y equals to 0. So take this y into your left hand side and take another terms into your right hand side. So 7y is equals to minus x plus 0. Right? So y I can write minus 1 upon 7 into x plus 0. Right? Now look at here. If we compare this to equation, y is equals to minus 1 by 7 into x plus 0, and this equation y is equals to mx plus c. So what you will find? The coefficient of x and y and the constant term will be equal. So the coefficient of x is m here, and here it is minus 1 upon 7. So m is what? Minus 1 upon 7, and the constant term c is 0. Right? That you need to find. Represent the equation into the slope-intercept form, and you need to find the slope of this equation and this y-intercept, that is c. So here slope is minus 1 by 7 and c is 0. Okay, so I hope you can solve number 2 and number 3 also in a similar manner. Just represent the equation into this form: y is equals to mx plus c, and then write down what is m and what is c. Clear? So moving to the next one. So moving to the second question, question number 2. There you need to write down the following equation into the intercept form, and you need to write down the intercept of the axes. X-axis, x-intercept and y-intercept. So if the x-intercept is a and y-intercept is b, so the general form of this intercept form of this equation is x by a plus y by b equals to 1, where a is x-intercept and b is y-intercept. Now look at this equation: 3x plus 2y minus 12 equals to 0. Okay, 3x plus 2y minus 12 is equals to 0. So take this, look at this equation: x and y into left hand side and remaining constant term into your right hand side. So take x and y, that is 3x minus 2y into your left hand side and constant term into your right hand side. Now right side is 1. So divide the equation by 12. So 3x by 12 minus 2y by 12 is equals to 12 upon 12. So 3 4s are 12 minus 2 6 12 is equals to 1. So we can write down that the x-intercept is 4 and the y-intercept is minus 6. Okay, not minus 6, there will be plus sign here, there will be plus 6. So x by 4 plus y by 6 is equals to 1. So write down the intercept. X intercept is 4 and y intercept is 6. So this is the equation and this is the intercept. So left this number 2 and number 3. I hope you can solve. Okay. So moving to the next question. Reduce the following equation into the normal form and find the perpendicular distance from the origin to the line and the angle between the perpendicular and the positive x-axis. Okay, so first equation is x minus root 3y plus 8 is equals to 0. So firstly tell me what is the normal form of straight line. X cos alpha plus y sin alpha is equals to p, right? Where if we draw the line, it will look like this. This is the perpendicular p and this is alpha, right? Now from this equation you need to just establish this equation in the form of the normal form. So first of all, do one thing, that is x and y into a left hand side and remaining constant term into your right hand side. Now divide this equation by root over a square plus b square, that is the coefficient of x, its whole square, plus the coefficient of y, the whole square. So it will be 1 plus 3, that means root 4 is 2. Okay, so divide this equation by 2. Now look at that, minus half and root 3 by 2 is the coefficient of x and y. So can we write this coefficient as cos 2 pi by 3 and sin 2 pi by 3? Since cos 2 pi by 3 is minus half and sin 2 pi by 3 is root 3 by 2. And left hand side is 4. Now compare this normal form and this equation. So you will find alpha is 2 pi by 3 and p is, that is the distance from the origin to the straight line, is 4 unit. Clear? So write down the answer, that is the perpendicular distance from the equation 1 from of this equation 1 from the origin is 4 unit and the angle is 2 pi by 3 between the positive x-axis and the perpendicular. Clear? So write it down and left two problems, this two, y minus 2 is equals to 0 and x minus y is equals to 4. This two problem solve by in the same manner. Just divide this equation by root over a square plus b square and put the value of sine and cos and then write down the angle and the distance of this perpendicular, length of this perpendicular. So moving to the next question, question number 4. Find the distance of a point from the line 12 into x plus 6 equals to 5 into y minus 2. So this is very straightforward question. You know the formula, just you need to apply the formula. Okay, so the distance between the point and a line. So you know that if the line is ax plus by plus c equals to 0 and the point is x1 y1, then the distance formula is ax1 plus by1 plus c by root over a square plus b square. Right? Here x1 y1 is minus 1 comma 1 and let's check a, b and c. So for that you need to simplify the given equation of the straight line. So 12 into x plus 6 equals to 5 into y minus 2. So 12x minus 5y is equal to 12 into 6, 72, and 5 to the 10. So 72 plus 10, that is 82. So 12x minus 5y plus 82 equals to 0. So A is 12, B is minus 5, and C is 82. Clear? And x1 is minus 1 and y1 is 1. Now look at here. So the distance formula, apply the formula. Put the value of B, C and x1, y1. So it will come in 5 units. So the distance of the point from the line 1 is 5 units. Clear? So moving to the next question. Question number 5. Find a point on x-axis whose distance from the line x by 3 plus y by 4 equals to 1 is 4 units. First thing to notice that the point lies on the x-axis. So any point lies on x-axis is on the form of a comma 0. Right? Now whose distance is given 4 units from this line. Now if we simplify this line and if we transfer it into the general equation, so it will look like that 4x plus 3y equals to 12 or 4x plus 3y minus 12 equals to 0. So this is the general form of this given line. Now if we take any point on the x-axis is a comma 0, then we can easily find the distance of the point from the straight line, since by using the formula D, that is ax1 plus by1 plus c by root over a square plus b square. Right? So a is here what? 4, b is 3 and c is minus 12, and x1 is a and y1 is 0. So just put the values. So this distance is coming mod of 4a minus 12 by 5 is equals to 4. Okay, now since distance is always positive, so that's why we're using the mod sign. Now since mod is using, so two cases can arise, for one is positive, one is negative. So if we take the positive sign, so that means 4a minus 12 equals to 20, that is a is equals to 8, or minus 4a plus 12 equals to 20, that means a is equals to minus 2. Clear? Now if these two values of a is coming, so the point is 8 comma 0 or minus 2 comma 0 on the x-axis whose distance from the line is 4 units. So this is your answer. Moving to the next question, question number 6. Find the distance between two parallel lines. So the distance between two parallel lines, that is C1 minus C2 by root over 1 plus m square, where the equation of the line is giving in the form y is equals to mx plus C1 and y is equals to mx plus C2. Now look at here. Here the general equation is given. So if the general equation is given, so you know how to write down the value. If the general equation is given ax plus by plus c equals to 0, so that means we can write down this equation as y is equals to minus a by b x and minus c by b. So c minus c by b is c1, and so compare this two equation with this slope intercept form and write down the value of c1, c2 and m square. So here is this two equation. So therefore, the distance between these two parallel lines is given by minus 34 minus 31 by root over 15 square plus 8 square. Now just take this one of this equation, 15x plus 8y minus 34 is equals to 0. So y is what? Minus 15 by 8x minus plus 34 upon 15. Okay, so C1 is 34 upon 15 and C2 is 31 upon 15. So minus 31 upon 15, and write down the second equation as minus 15 by 8x and then minus 31 by 15. Okay, so this is C1 and C2. So write down C1 minus C2 by root over 1 plus m square. So 1 plus 15 by 8 the whole square. So a little bit simplify it. That will be cancelled. Take this one is 8, not 15. This denominator will be 8. Correct it. That is 8 here. Okay. So if we put this value here, C1 minus C2 by 1 plus m square. So it will come 65 by 17 units. So this is the distance between these two parallel lines. Now for the second question, this is your homework. So same process, just write down the value and put the value. So moving to the next question, question number 7 and 8. Question number 7 and 8 are same type of question. So here I am solving the question number 7 and question number 8 is your homework. Okay, so find the equation number 7. Find the equation of the line parallel to the line 3x minus 4y plus 2 equals to 0 and passing through the point minus 2 comma 3. So first of all, you need to find the equation of the line which is parallel to this line. So you can easily find the slope of the line. Since if two lines are parallel, then their slopes will also equal. So the slope of this given line 3x minus 4y plus 2 equals to 0. So write down the y, this 3 by 4 into x plus 1 by 2. That is 3 by 4 is the slope of the given line. So we need to find the equation of another line whose slope is also 3 by 4 since they are parallel and is passing through this point minus 2 comma 3. Okay, so minus 2 comma 3. So we can use the slope and point form. What is the slope and point form? So y minus y1 is equals to m into x minus x1 is the slope point form, where point is x1 y1 and slope is m. So here m is 3 by 4 and x1 is minus 2 and y1 is 3. So apply the formula, y minus 3 is equal to 3 by 4 into x plus 2. Simplify it, you will find the equation of the line is 3x minus 4y plus 18 equals to 0. So this is the equation. This is the required equation of the line. Okay, so moving to the next question, find the angle between these two lines. Two lines are given. You need to find the angle between two lines. If you forgot the formula that whenever two general forms are given, you need to find the value of this tan theta. No problem, you can easily find the value of m and you can apply the formula, that is m1 minus m2 by 1 plus m1 m2. You can use this formula also by finding the value of m, or you can directly apply the formula for the general value. Okay, so if the angle is theta, then tan theta is given by 1 minus 3 by root 3 plus root 3. Now I am explaining by the formula, which is A2 B1. Firstly, I am writing down what is A1, A2. A1 is root 3, B1 is 1, and C1 is minus 1 here from the first equation. From the second equation, A2 is 1, B2 is root 3, and C2 is minus 1. Okay, so A2 B1 minus A2 B1 means 1 into 1 minus A1 B2, root 3 into root 3, that is 1 minus 3 here in the numerator, and in the denominator A1 A2, that is root 3 into 1 root 3, B1 B2, root 3 into 1 root 3, and add them. So A1 A2 plus B1 B2. This is the formula. A2 B1 minus A1 B2 by A1 A2 plus B1 B2 is the formula for tan theta. Okay, now if I simplify it, we will find this is 1 by root 3. Now theta is what? Tan inverse 1 by root 3, that means pi by 6. Right? Now if it is minus 1 by root 3, then theta is pi minus pi by 6, that is 5 pi by 6. So the angle between these two lines is either pi by 6 or pi minus pi by 6, that is 5 pi by 6. Clear? So moving to the next question. The line through the point h comma 3 and 4 comma 1 intersect the line 7x minus 9y minus 19 is equals to 0 at a right angle. Find the value of h. So this line and another line is given which is passing through these 2 points. They are perpendicular. Since they are intersecting each other at a 90-degree angle, that means they are perpendicular. So if they are perpendicular, so the perpendicular condition is m1 into m2 is equals to minus 1. So from here you need to find m2, and from here you can find m1, right? So firstly find m1 and m2. So slope of the line through the point h comma 3 and 4 comma 1 is minus 2 by 4 minus h, and slope of the given line, that is 7x minus 9y minus 19 equals to 0, is 7 by 9. I hope this is clear. Still I'm solving this one. So 9y you can write as 7x minus 19. So y is equals to 7 by 9 x minus 19 by 9. So the slope is 7 by 9. Now multiply them. The multiplication should be minus 1 since they are intersecting each other at 90 degree. That is, they are perpendicular since their multiplication of their slope is minus 1. Now simplify it. You will find the value of h is given by 22 by 9. So this is the value of h. Clear? So write down the answer. The required value of h is 22 by 9. So moving to the next question. Two lines passing through a point 2 comma 3 intersect each other at an angle 60 degree, and slope of the one line is given 2. You need to find the slope of other line, and you need to find the equation of this other line. So if another slope of the another line is m, then you can easily write down the formula of the angle between two lines. That is, if it is 60 degree, so we can write down that tan 60 degree is equals to m minus 2 by 1 plus 2m, m1 minus m2 by 1 plus m1 m2. So one is m, another is 2. So from here, if you solve it, you can find the value of m. So since mod is there, so two cases can arise. Firstly, take this positive part, that is root 3 is equals to positive sign of m1 m minus 2 by 1 plus 2m, and simplify it, m is 2 plus root 3 by 1 minus 2 root 3. Since m is given and a point is given on the line, so use the point slope form, that is slope is 2 plus root 3 by 1 minus 2 root 3 and the point is 2 comma 3. So the equation of the line is y minus 3 equals to 2 plus root 3 by 1 minus 2 root 3 into x minus 2. Simplify it, you will find the equation of the line. So this is the equation of the line. So take the another case, that is minus sign of m minus 2 by 1 plus 2m, and simplify it, you will find the value of m is 2 minus root 3 by 1 plus 2 root 3. Now the slope you have and the point, one point on the straight line is 2 comma 3. So use the slope point form and write down the equation y minus 3 y minus y1 is equals to m into x minus x1. So y minus 3 equals to 2 minus root 3 by 1 plus 2 root 3 into x minus 2, and simplify it, you will find the another equation of the line. Okay, so for two cases, two equation we can establish. So these are the answer for this question. So moving to the next question, question number 15. The perpendicular from the origin to the line y is equals to mx plus c meets it at a point minus 1 comma 2. So draw a perpendicular to the line and it meets the line at minus 1 comma 2. You need to find the value of m and c, that means this value and the slope. Okay, now look at here, this line OP. So slope of this line you can easily find since it is passing through 2 points 0 0 and minus 1 comma 2. So slope of this line is 2. Since they are perpendicular, since this OP line is perpendicular to RQ, so that means the multiplication of the slope is minus 1. So you can easily write down the slope of this line y is equals to mx plus c. So the slope of this line is half. So finding this m is half, we already established it. Now we need to find this c. Since minus 1 comma 2 is a point on this straight line y is equals to mx plus c, so we can easily say that this point will satisfy the equation. So put the value of x, y and c, x, y and m. So x is minus 1, y is 2 and m is half. So easily you can find one unknown, one equation, you can find the value of c. So c is what? 5 by 2. So write down the answer, m is half and c is 5 by 2. So this is your answer. Clear? So moving to the next question, question number 16. P and Q are the length of the perpendicular from the origin to these two lines, x cos theta minus y sin theta equals to k cos 2 theta, x sec theta plus y cosec theta is equals to k respectively. Prove that p square plus 4q square is equals to k square. So firstly, P is the distance from the origin, perpendicular distance from the origin to the straight line. So you know the formula. If point is x1, y1 and the line is ax plus by plus c is equals to 0. So we can write down the distance, the perpendicular distance is ax1 plus by1 plus c by root over a square plus b square. So we will use for P and Q this formula. So what is P? P P is the distance from this origin to this line. So write down, since x1, y1 is 0, 0. So only write down C. C is what? K cos 2 theta. Since we are using mod, so I am avoiding the minus sign. K cos 2 theta. So K cos 2 theta, and A is cos theta and B is sin theta minus sin theta. So if we square it, we will find cos square theta plus sin square theta, which is equals to 1. So only mod K cos 2 theta is P. Now moving to the Q. Q is the distance from the origin to the line x sec theta minus y cosec plus y cosec theta is equals to K. So x and x1 and y1 is 0, 0. So only write down the value of C, that is K. Same here also, that is I am avoiding the minus sign since I am using the mod sign, since distance is always positive. So sec square theta plus cosec square theta. Now change it into sine and cos. You will find K sine theta cos theta by sine square theta plus cos square theta third root. So this is equals to 1. So ultimately the remaining term is K sine theta cos theta. Now look at here. Look at this left hand side. P square plus 4Q square. So P is K cos 2 theta and Q is K sine theta cos theta. So write down the value, K square cos square 2 theta, P square. 4Q square. So 4 into Q square means K square sine square theta cos square theta. Now look at that. Sine 2 theta is 2 sine theta cos theta. Right? Now if we square it, then sine square 2 theta is 4 sine square theta cos square theta. So we can replace this one as sine square 2 theta. So take K square common. So cos square 2 theta plus sine square 2 theta is 1, and then equals to remaining term is only K square, which is RHS, and proved. Right? So this problem is very easy. It's look like maybe it will be difficult, but it's very easy problem. So moving to the next question, question number 18. P is the length of the perpendicular from the origin to the line whose intercepts are A and B. So A and B intercepts are given. P is the perpendicular distance given. You need to find this equation, or you need to establish this equation. Clear? So the equation of the line is x by A plus y by B equals to 1. Right? Since A is the intercept on the x-axis and y is y-intercept is B. So if we simplify it into the general form, so it will look like bx plus ay minus ab equals to 0. Then look at that. From this origin 0, 0, the perpendicular distance to this line, you can easily find this one by using the formula ax1 plus by1 plus c by root over a square plus b square, where x1 y1 is 0, 0 and a is small b and b is small a and c is minus ab. So write down the value. So the distance from the origin to the line is minus ab by root over a square plus b square. Now squaring both sides, we will find squaring and take the reciprocal. So 1 by p square is equal to a square plus b square by ab square. And now separate this right hand side. So divide it by a square b square. So a square cancel. Remaining term is 1 by b square and 1 by a square. So 1 by b square is equals to 1 by a square plus 1 by b square. So this proved. Here. So some problems is your homework. Question number 11, 13, 14 and 17. They are very easy problems. Try to solve it. If any problem or any doubt is there, you're free to ask. Thank you.